I can't with fake people.
Sing, Candace!
I can't with them, no way. I'm good on you. I'm good on you.
I'm good on you.
Nick delivers good gossip, friend. Damn good gossip. Welcome to Girl, Can We Gossip with the Petty One, where the drama's real, the shade is shisty, and no secret stays safe for long. From feuding frenemies like Portia and Shamia to Evelyn and Jen, to celeb meltdowns and fashion faux pas, I've got reads, receipts, and rumors and other hot ass gossip you crave. New uploads, fresh drama, and zero filters.
I'ma speak for all the Scorpios. If you ever call yourself crossing us, you either dehydrated or drowning.
First of all, if you was beefing at a wedding, you should have been beefing at their wedding. Why would you bring this to somebody else's club? That's sad. It's upsetting me in my home, girl, because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, what the hell could you got?
So don't forget to tell your mama, Ray Ray, Man Man, Pookie, Peanut, and them to like, comment, and subscribe, because around here, gossip never sleeps. Girl, can we gossip? Ooh, can we gossip? Girl, can we gossip? I have tea, can we gossip? Hey, friend, hey, welcome back to another Gossip Girly Car Chronicle with the Petty One, Nick. Baby, listen, the girls down at Bravo are probably scrambling and thinking, what the helly? What the helly? What the helly berry? Because Britt Eady has played the fuck out of Andy and truly original and NBC Universal. And you guys cannot convince me otherwise. You, Andy, and your bosses, the execs at Bravo, decided to bet and bank on a broke, bougie, busted, fraudulent scammer. And you guys picked her up and dusted her off by her little dusty Louboutins and decided to slap a peach in her hand and present her a busted, disgusted, vintage video vixen. And y'all tried to pawn her off as a housewife, knowing that her ass should be with Mona Scott Young, Lil Scrappy, and them on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. There is no way. Britt Eady, in my most humblest, does not fit in this group of housewives. Britt Eady does not, when I think of housewives, Britt Eady is not a face that I would equate with a housewife. She is not classy. She is toxic. She is not emotionally stable. She wants to be the moment when she is getting on our last damn nerves. She is attention seeking. She is nasally. She is annoying. She is the antithesis of what a housewife is. And Bravo, y'all decided to bet on her. And now she done hit y'all with a $20 million lawsuit talking about sexual harassment, emotional distress, and all the things that come with that. Now, this woman is talking about sexual harassment. She's talking about these pictures that Kenya exposed, alleged pictures that Kenya exposed, because now, before she was saying that they were her, I guess executives made her believe that the pictures were her and were of her on her knees doing the sucking. But now she's saying that it's not her. So which one is it? And then she was trying to say that she was underage when this was happening. So there are so many conflicting stories when it comes to Miss Eady and her life as a video vixen, just as a little nasty polo tink tink, just a little nasty, little nasty, little nasty, little nasty, little ratchet, little just classless. And again, just broke and just broke down and just busted and disgusted. And it's like, how could you? You bet on the wrong housewife. For whatever reason, Andy and executives have had this smoke and pressure with Miss Kenya Moore, and we see it. Now, I'm not saying that Kenya is innocent. Kenya is not innocent by any means. We have seen Kenya do things. We have seen Kenya talk about other housewives like Nene and read them for filth and say all these ignorant things. We've heard her talk about Portia, but then we've also seen Portia whoop Kenya's ass. So what I'm saying in that moment is that Kenya this season was disrespected. Now, both of these women were wrong. Pistol Bristol talking about the whips and the pistol popping and all this other shit, and Kenya responding by dragging her ass to the gutter. I mean, hey, I'm gonna say, listen, you cannot treat somebody like trash or try to play them, but then have the expectations that they should respond kindly. Like, where do they get that at? Some people, y'all gotta y'all gotta understand, some people are crazy and they have that mentality. Bitch, you gonna learn today. You cross me, oh, you think you're gonna drag me a little bit? Well, baby, I'm gonna take you to the pits of hell, then I'm gonna set you on fire and I'm gonna let your ass burn. And that's what Kenya essentially did to Brit. However, Kenya, where you messed up at was that you decided to go down to the Kinkos, get that shit printed, put it on a poster board, and present it at your bad and bougie upscale salon and spa that some of you bloggers are stalking, saying that it's vacant, saying that it's not open for business. Now, Miss Kenya Moore hopped on to her YouTube channel and she said, baby, listen, my spa is booked and busy just because it's not open during the times that you think it is. So Kenya is trying to let us know that she just might have special clientele that book at different times of the day, maybe different time, different times of the day, different days of the week. So she's saying, and then why y'all pressed about it? Y'all not paying. She spent the $300,000 to put into that spot. Y'all didn't help her. So why are y'all pressed and distressed and showing up to that woman's place? Like, that's giving stalker. That's giving, I don't have anything to do with my 24 hours. Walking up to that woman's property and trying to get clicks and views and likes to talk about what she may or may not have going on. Now, I digress. But Kenya, you ruined your own bag by doing this. But then production, we got to ask y'all, why would y'all allow her to do that and then walk it back and take those type of actions to pull her off of the show, knowing that Kenya is one of the OGs? Kenya is one of the reasons why we, the people, tune in for her Shade Fest. So you guys play Kenya. Y'all disrespect her by not allowing her to be on the poster. She gets no confessionals. Y'all treated her like the red-headed ass stepchild when Britt Eady was just as wrong as Kenya. Now, do I believe that Britt Eady was gonna shoot up the place? But no, when somebody speaks about violence on that level, having a pow 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 pow, production should have been shut down immediately. Filming should have stopped and a thorough investigation should have happened. If that means that filming would have had to stop for 2 weeks while we piece this shit together, then that's what should have happened. But that didn't happen. Y'all saw Britt pop off and acting like she all Billy Badass and, just talking shit, getting hyped and stuff. That's what she did. And then when Andy invited her on Watch What Happens Live, he actually was acting like a mama bear, being protective, coaching her, and trying to almost like feel sorry for her. Now, Britt, did you really have a gun? Did you, like, Andy, please stop with the bullshit. We already know that you have your faves. And if you guys notice, Andy's faves are, and I hate using this word when I talk about my sisters, but in my most humblest, I feel like Andy has a thing for black women who are aggressive, who have these tendencies. Because we know that he loves him some Portia Williams. And we've seen Portia show her ass on many a Bravo show. We saw Portia beat up Jamie at Phaedra's holiday party. Portia done whooped Cynthia's ass on the boat. Portia beat Kenya's ass over the scepter. Portia beat up Dennis' mama, tried to push her down the stairs and then tried to windmill on her. Portia has issues. Portia is aggressive. Portia is violent. But yet and still, Andy has rolled out the red carpet, believing that Portia was going to give us something this season, and she has given us nothing but her ass to kiss. She has used Drew as her storyline, and it's been falling flat since that first episode. After that, maybe, okay, I would see maybe the first episode where she confronted her about Dennis, maybe the second one. But Portia has deflected from the shit going on and the demise of her marriage. Portia, why you still that lady's husband? Because see, karma came back to bite you on the ass, and now your ass is sitting outside of a mansion that you can't even film in, but you won't talk about it. You won't talk about the divorce. You won't talk about the embryos that you and Simon allegedly have. You won't talk about anything, but yet and still you play in our face talking about PJ, misses her Peepaw, Papa, whatever the hell she called him. You shouldn't have never had that man around your daughter in the first place. And then trying to make it seem like PJ misses Simon when she has a very active daddy in her life. Her daddy loves her and she lights up like a Christmas tree every time she sees her dad. So stop trying to play in our faces. Then you have her lapdog, Shamia, doing her handy and dirty work. So it's like Shamia's clocked in on Portia's agenda, but Portia's not clocked in. So to me, it's giving crazy. So then again, back to Andy having this thing for black women who are aggressive, and he awards them or rewards them by just allowing them to stay on the show and continuing to accept their foolishness. Shamina is giving passive aggressiveness, and we have seen it. And my thing is, Shamina, you have an issue with Portia, and you are deflecting and you are putting it off on these ladies when your anger and vitriol and smoke and pressure should be directed at the woman you call your best friend, but she's not your best friend, because best friends don't act the way that Portia acts. You are a fan. You are a lapdog. You are a sidekick. You are the Robin to Portia's Batman. You are the jelly to her peanut butter. God, y'all know what I'm talking about. Shamina is just one of those women that don't have any self-worth. Shamina will not show up for herself. Shamina is going to just continue to lick Portia's boots. And we the people are tired of it. That first confessional, baby, that you gave us, I was so happy that Bravo finally gave you a peach so you could stand alone. But right now, you are giving Michelle and Kelly to Portia's Beyonce. And we tired. And you don't have to come back. So again, back to Brit, broke, bougie, Eady. Brit Eady is an insurance scammer. She scam likely. When you look at this lady, I think she was looking at this opportunity as a lick. And she was like, you know what? I need to get on Housewives, and I need to make this money so I can continue keeping up with the Joneses, if you will. And so she got on the show, and I really feel like she sat with the executives and she told them, I can give you what you want. You want Kenya's head on a platter? Because maybe Bravo got mad that Kenya really wasn't forthright in talking about her marriage to Mark. I mean, I don't know what the smoke and pressure is between Bravo and Kenya Moore. There's something going on where they're not feeling Kenya. And then for Andy to get on his podcast and talk about Kenya and have the fans come in and they talk about Kenya and about this issue and try to blame her and say that she was, trying to use the word revenge and corn. Y'all know I really don't want to say the P word, but revenge corn against Kenya. So it's just giving, Andy, we need to know, baby, what's tea with you and Miss Kenya Moore, because you really not feeling her. So I really don't know. Again, this $20 million lawsuit is hilarious. Miss Eady took to her Instagram to talk about why she's not at the reunion. And then let's look at the reunion. Now, Drew and Angela have been clocked in, clocked in, clocked in. I could see either one of them sitting in the first chair. So we know Britt's not there because she's suing y'all, which is karma. And I think it's so fucking funny. That's what y'all get. So Britt's not there, but then you have Portia and Shamina sitting in the first chairs, and then y'all brought in Phaedra, and y'all got Phaedra occupying a seat. Why? Why? Why is Phaedra and her Phaedra? You whatever you did to your face, baby, you didn't did too much. We don't want any more fillers or whatever you got going on. Please stop. It's giving Alvin and the Chipmunks. God damn, like damn Phaedra, like. It's crazy to me. But Phaedra coming in and she's shading people and she's giving mean girl, and her reads have fallen flat. They need to be resuscitated. I'm not really sure who's writing her reads now, but we know old school Phaedra Parks, baby, could give a nasty read. And right now she's giving mean girl. And she's body shaming the girls and she's calling them old and she's calling them ugly. And it's just horrible. But now back to Britt and what she's saying. As everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. Yeah, because you were in the bed for 3 days, whatever. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing: the graphic sexual photo surrounding the event in episode 5. The photo was not me, but before you were saying that it was and that you were underage when, I don't know. As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life, Britt. How about moving past, Britt, the dark part where you had a broke and bougie ghetto luncheon for shapewear that wasn't shaping and nobody was wearing. You blamed the event decorator for your lack of funds by putting together a ghetto event, then having the upper echelon of Atlanta come, and then these people expecting a drink and a meal, but all you do is feed your co-stars, your castmates, and you got the people standing around hungry. That's some ghetto ass shit right there. So you blame the event decorator. Her name is Bella. And Bella said, nah, nah, nah. Now, what you not going to do is slander me in my business. And Bella allegedly says that you still ain't paid. You owe her $1,700, baby. And then let's not talk about your husband, Mike, your support dog, your support animal. He owes the venue $10,000. So is that why you suing, so you can pay these debts? Like, I don't get it. And then trying to blame Kenya for you losing your license when you lost your license in 2022. So what's going on, Miss Eady? What's going on? Bravo, that's what y'all asses get. Y'all did not do y'all due diligence when hiring this lady. Y'all saw a sycophant, a single black female trying to come for another black female, And y'all used her and posed her as a housewife. Y'all dusted her. Y'all picked her up by her dusty Louboutins and y'all dusted her off, handed her a peach and said, you the new housewife and we gonna make do with what we got. We the people are not impressed. That's why I have not sat and watched an entire episode. I look at clips and I go from there because as a true housewife of Atlanta fan, this is not giving. This is giving disrespectful. This is giving y'all are playing in our faces. This is giving waste of my time. So friend, let me know how y'all feel about this season, about these lawsuits, about this reunion. And listen, this reunion better not be no damn 3 episodes. Y'all better give us 30 minutes. That's it. That's all. And why Drew on the end of the goddamn couch when she was carrying this motherfucking season? But I digress. Friend, get with me in the comments, and I'm going to get with y'all in the next video.
I can't with fake people.
Sing, Candace!
I can't with them, no way. I'm good on you. I'm good on you.
I'm good on you.
Nick delivers good gossip, friend. Damn good gossip. Welcome to Girl, Can We Gossip with the petty one where the drama's real, the shade is shiesty, and no secret stays safe for long. From feuding frenemies like Portia and Shamia to Evelyn and Jen, to celeb meltdowns and fashion faux pas, I've got reads, receipts, and rumors and other hot-ass gossip you crave. New uploads, fresh drama, and zero filters.
I'ma speak for all the Scorpios. If you ever call yourself crossing us, you either dehydrated or drowning.
First of all, if you was beefing at a wedding, you should have been beefing at their wedding. Why would you bring this to somebody else's club? Let's say it's upsetting me in my home, girl, because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, what the hell could you got?
So don't forget to tell your mama, Ray Ray, Man Man, Pookie, Peanut, and them to like, comment, and subscribe because around here, gossip never sleeps. Girl, can we gossip? Ooh, can we gossip? Girl, can we gossip? I have tea, can we gossip?